Life can be very strange at times. Simple, yet so complicated. Organized, yet so chaotic. A moment of reflection is all we need to change our outlook. The facade is so elaborate, so complex for anything to pass through it. All the mysteries of the big bad world just a click away, yet we don't know what to look for. Cruel, isn't it? This gauge of consciousness, so stable, so calm, as if designed to keep all the demons out. How do I introduce myself without freaking you out? Well, let's do it the simple way. I tell you all about who I am, how I became what I am today, and you promise me to be open to ideas that may be beyond your comprehension. If I tell you about a world you don't understand, events that may seem out of order and dimensions we are yet to discover, you won't dismiss the idea just because you don't understand it. Is that okay? Do we have a deal? You know, it never stays too pretty if it stays for too long. Life isn't meant to be pretty. It's meant to be meaningful. You may not enjoy every moment, but you sure have to live it. I often find myself torn between what matters and what is rare. Insane, I know. But who decides what rules we should live by? I once encountered a strange creature. I'm calling it a creature because I don't know how to classify it. I don't have the right label to put it under, no category that describes what it truly is. Well, it was humanoid. It has a human-like body, but something about it was like a mirror. It had nothing of its own. It reflected what it saw. It embodied what it saw. And we live in strange times, so it became a strange creature. But who is to blame here? I was a young girl back then, roaming in my garden, looking for something that catches my attention and occupies me for the rest of the day. It was at that moment that I saw for the first time a human translucent figure walking past the fence that separated our garden from the road. That day, something about it was so pure, so innocent, so childlike. I was not afraid of it. Something attracted me to it, so I ran towards it. It hit the fence hard and fell flat on the ground. It took me a while to find my balance again, but when I did, it was gone. I remember running up to my parents and narrating the whole incident. I remember their words, "Sure, honey, we do believe you. Totally possible that you saw a magical, translucent man." But they looked at me as if I was some kind of a freak. I insisted, and my father shouted, "Enough with your silly stories. No more of that fairy tale stuff, or we'll send you away." I learned that day to never speak of all the things that I was experiencing. I became quiet, very quiet. Years passed, and I continued to catch glimpses of the creature at different places. Each time it turned a bit darker, a bit scarier. The first memory I had of it, of pure bright light surrounding it, seemed far, far away. It was as if it was rotting from inside, as if something was consuming it, something bad, and somehow I felt responsible. I decided one day to stop it, to confront it, to save it. I stood in front of it, and it walked through me, as if I was composed of nothing. Maybe I was invisible to it, but I felt it, and for a moment I was sure it felt me. I felt wounds and cries, hunger and greed, felt rebellions and revolutions and the falling of the garments, and people in small claustrophobic cells. Smelled foul gases that sucked life out of bodies and pellets that penetrated eyes. I saw it all happen. We all did. But But at that moment, I felt it. I felt it scarring me, killing the light inside me, making me what? It was then I realized it was me. It was me all along.